Hello guys, just got TV. Okay, hello guys. We're gonna be doing part 2 to the Scratch modding tutorial. So today I'm gonna be showing you how to make the WILE brick, which is much easier to do, and I'll show you how to make the for loop, but it's not going to work. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work, but till then, doesn't work. But we can still make it actually look like that though. See, I just still error out. While loop actually does work. So, first you want to go back to your browser, and also I do have Direct in the call as well, and we are going to be talking with him as well. So let's get in. Say hello.
Hello everybody, this is Jeff Erlander, aka Direct Minecraft. Today we are,
I already told him what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, first we're gonna make the WILE brick. So, yeah. And then I'll show you some funny things that I know how to do that I figured out because I was playing with some stuff earlier. And I'll show you some of the other blocks I made. So the first thing you want to do is I want to find out where I made my WILE brick. It was near the bottom of the control. Okay, so here's the do WILE. So what you want to do is you want to find where you want it to be. I would recommend doing it in control. That's where I'm going to be doing it. And so yeah, this one's much easy. So put it wherever you want to. I'm doing it right here, and then I'm going to do okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to put open, well, you're going to have to do your open close parentheses. Inside of the parentheses, you want to do open single quote, and then you want to type while. Then you want to do space %b, lowercase b. It has to be a lowercase b because I've been messing around with that, and there's actually a difference between lower and uppercases, and I'll be showing you that. So you gotta do that, and then close single quote, then space, and then hashtag lowercase c. Has to be a lowercase c. That defines the loop shape. I'll also be showing you what other shapes you can use for that as well. And then you want to type space hashtag do while, no space, with a capital W, and then you want to close the parentheses off, and then you want to right click and press accept, and then that should be your WILE brick completely done, and it should work. And the reason why we only added there was because the script is already made for it. It's just that the block was not added. So all we had to do was add the block. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some cool things that I can do. So first I'm going to show you this. So this, I went through painstakingly and figured out all the variables that you can use. So most of these are numbers / unknown, but some of them you can use like this way, that way, reverse. Like that's just a drop down with those items in it. But like this is like your piano menu. If you did %N, you could have your unclickable drop down menu. You could have your musical instrument full list. You could have your musical instrument part of a list. You could have your color picker without a menu. You could have your list. You could have your variable, or your math function, or your sprite effect, or your list, or your extension motor, or your keyboard key, or your costume, or your sprite, or your color with that. So, or this weird volume drop down, which I think is unclickable as well. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some. Oh yeah, also in here. Whoop, not that. In here as well. In here as well. Hold on. In here as well. Let me actually drag it over. This is a different one. So in here as well, you also have these shapes. So like when I put hashtag C, that defined the loop shape, but you also have all of these. Most of these are just your normal shape. You got your round shape. You got your start cap, which is when I receive a message. This one is when a key is pressed. This one is when the sprite is clicked. This one is when the green flag is clicked. And this one, which you actually cannot get normally, is when a Boolean value is true. You actually can't get that. But it's hashtag W with capitals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly create a block under the pen section, under Scratch Sprite Morph. I'm doing it there because that's where it keeps the pen stuff. So basically, if the stage is the background, is the backdrop code blocks. The sprite, this Scratch Sprite Morph, is where it keeps things like motion and stuff, and then the scriptable is where it like keeps all the other. So we're going into the Scratch Sprite Morph, block specs. Now we're gonna find where pen is. So pen starts right here, and here I'm just gonna quickly type in a brick. You can do this if you want. This brick isn't functional, but I'm just gonna type. So you can type when I'm typing if you want to. You don't have to. And then we're gonna find it with a starting shape, but we're doing it in the pen section, and it automatically does the color. But you'll see it's pretty weird what happens. And then here I'm just gonna type hashtag nil to define it as no script. So we don't need to create script. And then I'm just going to accept that. Then if I go to pen, that's the brick. It's a very weird brick, and you can actually put booleans in there. However, though, you can't actually run this. I mean, if you had a while loop on it, put a forever loop on it. Yeah, you can run it like that. But so when one, like, I could see why this would be never used, because, well, I guess it could have some use. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that block because I don't actually need it. And I did try adding a category, didn't work out. Now, you're wondering what these are. This is where I was testing all the variables. So we just got a bunch of variables. Like this is your unclickable drop-down menu. That is your just blank AB. If we were to scroll this over a bit more, this is where your this way, that way reverse drop-down is. I don't even get it. It's just your sound one. But yeah, here you got your synths and stuff. Yeah, see, that's it, like without the menu and stuff. So now I'm going to show you, like, well, first off with this and see how it brings up that menu. That's because I used the lowercase c, not the capital C. Now I'm going to show you, if you've already gotten the hang of making these scratch blocks, great. If you haven't, then it's okay. We're going to go over a more scripted block in the next tutorial. I don't quite know what it's going to be yet, but yeah, we'll go over a more scripted block in the next tutorial, and hope you all enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss another video by me. Like I said, I mainly do Minecraft, but I am going to be doing more of these Scratch modding tutorials, so if you do like this...
don't forget that Chester Lander is also helping the same thing for my channel.
Yeah, so yeah, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to Direct's channel, and I'm going to really quickly, again, show you how to save these. So, how you save them is you close your browser. Okay. Right, yeah, I think I deleted that block. No, delete a block. Make sure you always press accept first, or it'll bring up that message. Close that, and then remember, you got to then turn your fill screen back on, And then you've got to save image for end user. Press yes, and it'll just close out of it. That, and then yeah, this I might put it up in the description. Probably not in this video, but yeah. And you can just see some of the mirrors. So I'm gonna quickly scroll through these. So remember, these are your variables and these are your shapes. Yep. Hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.